Chat, I can't even express to you how cool this box is. Now, I know a little bit about PR boxes and promo boxes of this sort, and let me tell you, these are expensive. They cost a lot of money to make, so I know the team spent a good amount of budget on these boxes, and I'm so grateful that I was even considered to be sent one of these. If you saw my shorter video on Instagram and TikTok, then you kind of saw a sneak peek of what's inside, but I want to break it down a little bit more in depth. Now, there's a lot of stuff in here, and each of it is inspired by the 5th and final season, as well as the previous seasons. So let's get right into this. I'm so excited to go more in depth. Now, this is a VHS tape. Look at this thing. That is so cool. And on the front, it says One Last Adventure. And then it has the Netflix Stranger Things logo right there. So this opens up, and then inside is 11, part of their brand new figures. These are like their 6-inch scale figures. Now, you saw me talk about the Demogorgon with Mark Martinez, who worked on pretty much all of these figures. He was also accompanied by Jesse Hensley as well, who gave us a lot of the world of Halo and also the Spartan collection. Let's take a quick look at 11. The price point is $20. Jazzwares does a great job at keeping prices affordable. We also have Dustin and the Demogorgon available. This figure has some great articulation, multiple joints everywhere, and most of them are hidden, so you won't see any exposed pins, which is great. Now, her like shorts as well as like her top are made out of like a rubberish material, which is pretty interesting, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. I love that she comes with a backpack and that it can open up and put like different things in there, like the flashlight, and then you can interchange her face to get more of that like screaming effect, which is pretty crazy looking. And then she does come with like the little soft goods jacket, which I really like because you can actually pull down the drawstrings and it will actually work as a hoodie should. The outfit that she's wearing throughout this season is pretty interesting. I mean, it's total like workout retro vibes for sure, because this is what, shot in the 80s. And then we have not one, but 2 walkie-talkie boxes. These are so sick. I can't get over boxes like this. Looks like we have Max, a little plushie right here. And then we have 11 as a squishmallow little keychain with her bleeding nose from the very first season. Crazy, we're already on the 5th season right now. Insane. And then we have an iconic moments little blind box set. So they're 3-inch statues, and there's a bunch of different iconic scenes that you can pull from, which I want to open this up right now. So I guess if I had to choose a scene, I think Eddie on top of the trailer would be pretty sick. Ooh, even 11 versus the Demogorgon, where she's like sticking her hand out. I think that'd be awesome. So let's see here what we'll get. And we got the boys surrounding Max as she's like being levitated off the ground. Crazy. And that's actually pretty cool. It is very fitting since it is such an iconic moment. I remember they showed that quite a bit during the trailer, and everybody was kind of like, what is going on with this? And the last little item in here is a slime vial with a figure. I don't know what kind of figure could be in here, but I'm imagining probably a Demogorgon of some sorts. And it is, oh, it's like the little baby things that came after you. That's crazy. The second walkie-talkie box is going to give us a Dustin plush. Look at this guy. I didn't even know they had plush like this. This is awesome. I didn't see anything like this announced during their Comic-Con panel. So this is all a big surprise to me. And then we have right here, this is a Chibi figure. So blind box style, and you can get Hopper, 11, Dustin, Robin, and Steve from Chips Ahoy, and then Max as well. Let's see what kind of Chibi figure I get. So if I had to choose, probably 11, maybe Dustin with the like little baby thing, and we got Hopper. Okay, Hopper ain't too bad though. He's nice. It doesn't really show you like the percentage of how many out of per box is which one, but I'm imagining it's just probably a case out of 6, so 1 out of 6 is probably the best odds, but definitely very chibi. Then we have this like little cassette tape. It is a mixtape. So sick. We have the Stranger Things logo right there, as well as Jazzwares on the back, and then we just kind of push this guy open, and inside of it is a little waffle dressed as Dustin. These are called the Bum Bums. So it's like a little plushie with some beans inside. I wasn't even aware that Jazzwares licensed the Bum Bums, or, you know, that they were affiliated together. So that is actually a surprise to me. I've seen this brand around quite a bit, so this is news to me. Next up, we have this baby, a Demogorgon plush. I was so close to picking this up when I posted it on my story, but I was already paying for so much other stuff as it is, so I was like, okay, I'll wait. So this worked out perfectly. When you press his stomach, his mouth opens like so. There's also a battery compartment back here, so I imagine that he's gonna make some sounds as well. Love this little guy. A final box remains, and it is a big one. We have a Crunch box, cereal style box. How cool is that? And inside of it, we have a Squishmallows Demogorgon. And I can't get over how shredded he is right there. Insane. And also part of the world of Stranger Things figures, we have Dustin with his little backpack, a flashlight, and of course, his radio or walkie-talkie. And then we have Will with a radio, a backpack, and a bike, which I'm excited to open this up and see what that's all about. And then finally, we have a Hunt and Battle pack featuring Hopper and 11. Let's take a quick look at these figures, starting with Dustin. He is a $10 figure. I love the printing to the Hellfire Club at his shirt. Very nice job. He does come with some accessories, a flashlight, a backpack, and a radio. Now, he does have a decent amount of articulation. I wouldn't say as much as 11, but consider it like your standard TVC amount of articulation. So like breaks at the knees, they can rotate around, you can bring the arms upwards as well, some head articulation, bringing it up and down, and then also looks like you can spin it around as well. So not too bad for this smaller style of figure. So Will comes with a bike, a radio, and a backpack. The bicycle is pretty cool. It's really light, to be honest. It does have working wheels as well as pedals, which I like to see, and you can also move the handlebars completely around. Now, Will does have articulation very similar to Dustin, so you can have him seated on the bike, no problem. But if you want to keep him propped up that way, you're gonna have to use like a stand of some sorts or have him resting against like part of your shelf. And then we have the Hunt and Battle 2-pack featuring Hopper and 11, which comes with an axe, a knife, a flashlight, and then this little satchel with like some tubes inside of it. And of course, these figures have the same articulation as the previous two characters. Man, I am blown away. I can't say thank you enough to Jazzwares, Netflix, Stranger Things for sending over this incredible PR box with all these goodies, allowing me to showcase this for y'all to celebrate the 5th and final season premiering November 26th on Netflix only. Of course, I will tag as much of this as humanly possible in the tag products below. If you want to pick up any of this for yourself, I know a lot of it is hitting Target stores right now. But thank you so much for watching this. Be sure to connect with me on Instagram and TikTok to stay up to date when new things drop. Like the rest of Stranger Things, I also post toy photography, toy videos, things that you won't see here on YouTube. Until then, collectors, I'll see y'all in the next video.